Lisa from Lollipop Box Club. Today I am playing with my Simple Stories collection. This is Summer Days and I'm talking about colour combinations. I have a thing about colour combinations. I love working with them, whether it be scrapbooking, whether it be in the house, clothing. I just really love building 2 or 3 colours together and just sticking with them. I just really enjoy it. So that's what today's video is about, working with colour combinations. I've actually just started 2 layouts. I've literally just started them a few minutes ago before I decided to do the video, and I just thought then it might be something fun to talk about. So I thought I would show you how these layouts are coming together and how I'm building on them. This is the first one here. They've both got completely different starting points as well, which was why I decided to talk about them. I've been building this here. I've got this collection here for you. This is the actual paper collection here, which I've got a spare one here from Simple Stories that I haven't opened, so I can go through and show you. It's rather yummy, and I like it because with the 12 by 12 collection kit you get the papers and you get the stickers as well, so that's rather cool. This is how mine now looks. It's rather hacked away. I've used it on a few different projects, and it's just so lovely and so summery, and I love these colours. Now this particular page here, my colour combination is the orange and the aqua. That's my main. I'm bringing in a couple of little bits like the yellow and the pink, and that's cool. I like having a few accent colours, but the orange and the aqua are the main focal point. I don't have a photograph at this point. I'm building it together. I took the 3 cards here. Let me just show you from one of these pages. The thing I like about Simple Stories, they have the die cut pages. I use these an awful lot. They're just brilliant for so many different types of projects. Let me just find the one that I had. So I've used the O Snap and I've used this one. I started off with these 2. This is quite nice as like my title, and then I'm going to pop my photograph in there once I've found one, and this one I'm going to use for journaling. So I've used the 3 together. That's what got me started. It was the colours in this one. I was going through and I saw these and I thought, brilliant, that's my starting point. I've got my title and I've got somewhere to pop my photograph. And then I thought, because I do like working in odd numbers, I thought I'd add a 3rd so that then I've got somewhere to journal. So that's how this page has started. I've then sat down, I've gone through the bits and pieces which are here. I'll show you these. These are all the little bits that I've got here on my page, and I'm just bringing out what colours I've got, what will work, and then I've also gone through the chipboard as well, as you can see, and again I'm just pulling out pieces where the colours go, where it goes with what I've got. And I've decided to do a circle around it, and I'm going to use this orange paper here. And again, I've purely pulled this out for colour purposes because I thought it would go well. Right now, my internet's down, so I can't even print a photo off. I can't get online. I can't access anything on my PC, so I have no photo. So this page is coming together purely without a photo in mind, but you can see it's coming together. I've used another die cut here. Again, I thought I could add that as another bit of a title. And again, this piece from the bits and pieces, I'm also using that purely for the colour. I've got the 2 colours there. So I'm going to pop this to one side. I feel that layout's more or less done. No photo, no journaling in mind, but I know that the design wise, I'm sorted. That's fine. Now the next page, this was started off actually by something I'm not even going to be using on this page. It was the burger here, the chipboard burger. That was my starting point of this page. I had these photos already printed in my box of the kids. This was not even this summer, I think it was last summer. I think it was Holly's 17th birthday. And it was the colours on this page. I think it was the Holly's red t-shirt that pulled me in and made me think of these papers. I was going through, and again it was the 4x3 papers, and I've cut these out. This one here was also from a paper. Let's see. So I've used this one here, Every Summer Has a Story, but I'm popping my photo because it's not relevant to my page. And then turning over, I'm taking the clouds here and I've cut out the ice cold drinks, and that's down here. Again, purely for colour purposes, it just goes so well. I've got an extra piece of pattern paper to go across for my photographs, and I have just gone through with a border punch. I wanted something red along the bottom, but I couldn't find anything red, so I've trimmed off along the red here, and I've actually used a scalloped border punch, and that gives me my red along the bottom, and I've got a couple of pieces of bits and pieces that I may or may not use. So again, this page is more or less done. It's come together really fast. So 2 layouts in one, and I think I'm going to finish this one. So I'm going to pop this other one to one side, and I'm going to start working on this one. So the thing I'm always careful about is moving them so that I can remember where things were. I've done that before, moved things to one side and then forgot. I have even taken photographs before actually, so that I don't forget. So this was an old scrap, as you can see, but it's handy to use. So now when I'm doing layouts like this and I'm layering them up, I only ever do a little bit of tape in the middle, so that 1, I can easily move it, and 2, I can slot things up and around. I was going to use this at an angle. I think that one needs to go underneath the side. Yep, and I'm going to use 3D foam tape for that. I want this one to pop out a little bit. So then I've got my larger photo, which will cover up the wording angle. Oh, and we've also got this one, haven't we? Neat ends showing. It's just everything is easy to maneuver around. And then we've got the other photos. So it's funny actually, the element that actually inspired me I'm not even using, but that's the way sometimes. I must say I've never been one to take hours on scrapbook pages. They always seem to come together quite quickly. I'm going to add this down the bottom and have a little bit of an embellishment cluster perhaps down here. These are the bits and pieces so they're not sticky backed. Don't need the sunshine, so it's like that. We've got lots of angles going on here. Now I was going to sew around that cloud there, again purely for colour combo purposes. I'm going to use my paper piercer and just go around the outside. That red contrast will look lovely on there. So I've just finished sewing around the little cloud to add that red element. Now I've got this colour here which goes really nicely. I'm going to add a little bit of paint. I'm going to remove these again, and I've decided, while I was sewing that, I decided I wanted to add a smudge of paint, literally a smudge. Let's see if I can remove this without tearing it too much. Yes, a tiny bit on the back of an old credit card. And add a little bit up there because I like balance. I didn't want too much showing, so this works out quite well. And now I feel, because of that, I want to find something to go in that top left corner as well. So I'm going to have a little rummage and see what I can find. I've ended up making some circle embellishments. I'm using this paper here with the flowers and a really small hole punch, and going through and just making some circles. That's what I'm doing. I might need to cut this one out a little bit. Quite a nice way of making some embellishments on your page. And then you've just got the little circles. I'm going to do a couple down here, and I'm just going to add a little bit of PVA glue onto each one and add them there. Again, it just brings in that colour combo again. Adds a little bit of decoration. I'm taking a sticker from the sticker sheet and I'm going to add this along the bottom, grilling and chilling. Just going to have a little look and see if there's anything here that also works. I've got the Be Cool and Simply Amazing. These colours go quite well. And where can we add these? I could do them at the bottom there actually. Actually they also work here against the red. I'm going to be printing off my journaling on my computer when it's up and running again, and that will go there. I might add some sewing across the circles. Let's add 4 holes, and I'm going to stitch across each one of them. Right, I had a coffee with my husband and I've ended up working on my layout a little bit while we were sat chatting. So I've done the stitching, I've added a little bit along the bottom there and the stitching on these. I've also gone around with my favourite black journal pen. I've added some dots and I've edged here and gone around with some dots here as well. I've also decided, I've changed my mind on this area. I'm not going to journal, I'm going to add my title. I've taken off the grilling and chilling there, and I'm going to use the stickers. So the summer is now going to go across here. I'm going to overlap that slightly, and it's going to be summer, grilling and chilling. That's what I'm doing. Obviously it doesn't stand out too well, so I'm going to go around with my black journal pen just to help it stand out a little bit more. I'm more or less done now. I've gone around the outside here also with the black pen. I've added my title, I've added my journaling here. I did run out of space on that tag there, so I've slotted another tag. Let me just show you in there, and continued the journaling, gone around in the black pen to make it look like it was always meant to be there. I'm now just going to finish off. I feel like I need something there, so I've got one of my own stencils here, which I will leave a link to. I'm going to hold that down, and I'm just using a red ink, which I don't think is going too well. I didn't want it too dark, but I think I'm going to need to swap that out. Right, it kind of looks like the red and the blue together, which I guess it is because of that. That's fine. And I'm now just going to add a couple of little drips of the red pen, again working on the colour combos, bringing the two colours together, the blue, the turquoisey aqua and the red. That really works for me. I am happy with that. I'm going to leave it at that and be careful so that doesn't drip. That is my finished layout. I'm really pleased with that actually. It's come together really, really easily. And yeah, I love those colour combos, all inspired by the colours here, the burger, the original burger, and working with Holly's red t-shirt. So there we have it. That's Holly's 17th birthday. So I'm very happy with that. And on to the next one. So now I'm on to layout number 2, the orange and the aqua. Let's move that to one side. I want a splodge of paint across the bottom there. I'm going to move that over and just hope I remember where it's all going. We're using the same paint as we did before, and just on the back of a card, and that's going to go like that. Okay, I quite like that messy look, and I am going to go and grab my heat gun because I'm super impatient and I want to carry on scrapping and get that dry. So that's nice and dry, and we can start sticking things down. I've decided to use, whoops, my corner punch on these. So I'm just going to use these like that. I still have no photo. My husband's been looking at the PC and it's now updating. It's been updating for about an hour and it's on 50%. So actually, do you know, it's been telling me to update for quite some time, and I keep hitting the snooze button on the update, so it's probably my fault that it's not working. Right, so that's those done. Let's get these layered up. As always, I'm just going to stick the center down, giving me that flexibility to change as and when I wish. That, and then I wanted that one to go underneath there. I don't need to use the whole card, I can just slide the bottom. Right, let's get these other ones on, and this should come together really quickly as well. I might actually put it on that side. Decided not to use this one, but I will use that underneath. I was going to use that there, wasn't I? Let's change that over. And then I'm just going to add some of these chipboard pieces just to embellish. Got the butterfly here. I'm just going to stick the center down, and I think I will actually stick it there. So we've got a proper little cluster going on, which I really like. I might add a couple more bits. Got this really nice pack here, these Simple Days stickers. We've got alphabets. There's the square stickers, and we've got words and bits and pieces, tags, images, and these are really nice. I'm going to have a little plate. I think I'm going to use some of these, not quite sure where they're going, so I'm just going to see what works where. I would really recommend those little packs of stickers. I've managed to add so much. I'm really pleased with those. Now, I've decided whilst doing this that I am going to include a photo. We celebrated my mum's birthday on the beach back in May as a family, all of us, with my brother and my sister and her family. So when I can access my photos, I will grab some photos from there. But in the meantime, I'm going to finish this layout. I'm going to use a circle, cut a circle from here, which was my original plan. To put it like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a little bit of glue at the top. Obviously I don't want it covering too much of my page, so that's going to go like that. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut around and slide it under places. So for example, I don't do I want that there? Yeah, I think I do actually. I'm going to cut that like that, and then I can stick that bit down. This can tuck underneath. I don't want that there. I want the title there to be seen. That can tuck under like that. It's a bit fiddly in places. Like that. I do want the O snap showing. So, and that. And that can then just tuck underneath as well. So I want it to be seen as a circle, but I don't want it covering up all the bits and pieces. I just need to tidy up that bit there. I'd really like that to slot underneath. This is when it's really handy that I've used the 3D foam tape, because I can just easily move it around and secure the top bit there. There we go. The only thing is it doesn't show up too well there. Might go around. No, I'm not going to go around in a black pen because I don't really want loads of black on this page. I quite like the colour as it is. So I'm going to leave it like that. I've got this little heart. I wasn't going to add it, but I've changed my mind. I've put some 3D foam tape, and I'm going to pop this here, I think. And that's all ready for my journaling and photo. I'm going to wait to journal. I want to add the photo first. Just before I do the photos, I've got one of my own little daisy stencils. I'm using a red chalk, just going to add a few little daisies. So nothing too overpowering at all. And the thing is, I like with these, if I really don't like them, they do rub away with just a normal eraser. I've just finished the layout, and I've ended up not using that section for journaling. I've gone with a slightly larger photo than I'd originally planned of when we were celebrating my mum's birthday on the beach, and I put it across the two. I've used a little bit of this Summertime Sweetness washi tape here, which I really like. It's quite a little bit transparent, but it matches really, really well. And it just finishes that bit off. Decided not to do masses of journaling, and I've just literally put celebrating Mum's birthday and the year. So that's it. That's my 2 layouts done. And I've really had fun making those. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I will leave some photos for you. See you very soon. Thank you. Bye.